Today, I'll be talking about social location, which means our group membership that shape us and our experience of the world and our ways of understanding the world. As you can see behind me is the three memberships that I identify myself with closely. One, being independent. Two, being a black African American. Three, being a Christian. Now I will explain to you the memberships that I belong to, how I go through viewing the world and my experience in the world belonging to these groups. First, independent. As a 21-year-old student, a young man being independent, losing my parents at a young age, being raised by my grandparents, I figured that it'd be selfish to just continuously allow them to take care of me when they don't have to. They could allow me to go to foster care, but it made me just value life because of their nurture, because of them providing a roof over my head. I branched out because they're old, and God forbid, I know it's going to become a time where I have to be able to provide for myself when they're gone. So I'm preparing myself now by being an independent student, and not only that, they still, they're retired, so they're not working 40 hours a week no more, living off retirement checks. So as an independent young man, it's hard sometimes, but I seek help from them when I can, but mostly independent, and that just makes me, value things, value the way I spend my money, value the way I spend my time, um, things of that nature. However, being a black African American, um, it's tough in this society. It makes me be more cautious when I move. Um, it makes me think before I actually go out there and pursue an action because I know the consequences for a black African American versus different races sometimes could be a lot more crucial. Um, Other than that, um, as a black African American young man, I think that I have to educate myself on the history that we've been through, but also to break the barriers that we are trying to break moving forward. Lastly, a Christian, that'll be the one that I'll probably talk about a lot longer. And today, where the world is growing wax and wax, people don't really believe in the Bible no more. People question God a lot. It's hard being a Christian. It's hard being a Christian young man. But I just believe when I look at the world, it's a beautiful place, and it's so beautiful as far as the species that's here, species that live in the ocean, species that live in the wild, etc. It's just a beautiful place. So I really value God, creation of the world, to the best of my knowledge. But all three of these things have shaped me into the way I view the world because of the value that each one of these groups that I belong to have. These groups have value, um, and not only the groups that I belong to, all groups have value. And me knowing that is a way that I go through a life experience in the world. So all three of these has a major factor on how I live in this world and why I live in the world the way that I do because of these groups that I belong to. I have to be so careful of what I do, what I say, how I act, the choices I choose. Um, but I'm glad that I belong to all three of these groups, and I take a lot of value in belonging to these groups. Because without these groups, I don't know the young man that I would be today. But that's why I try to stay open-minded as well. So I have a really good view on the world that I believe because I view the world with value, with integrity, and I take pride in this world that we live in.